Welcome back to The Rundown. I'm Andrew Alexander with your movie news update. Topping the box office this weekend, the family action flick Race to Witch Mountain. Raking in $25 million, this Disney remake stars Dwayne Johnson as Las Vegas cab driver Jack Bruno. Bruno gets more than he bargained for when he picks up two teens with supernatural powers. With the help of a UFO expert, it's up to Bruno to protect the kids from an evil organization trying to exploit them. And coming in second at the box office this week, the superhero thriller The Watchmen. Their mission is to watch over humanity, but who is actually going to see The Watchmen? Apparently not too many people this weekend. Taking in just over $18 million, the highly anticipated film seems to have suffered a sophomore week slump. Warner Brothers expects the film to rebound after its rocky weekend. And rounding out the box office top 5 are The Last House on the Left, Taken, and Tyler Perry's Madea Goes to Jail. We now switch over and take a look at what's heading to the big screen this weekend. Coming to theaters this weekend is the bromance comedy I Love You Man. The film stars Paul Rudd as real estate agent Peter Clavin. After becoming engaged to the woman of his dreams, Peter realizes he has no friend close enough to serve as his best man. Embarking on a series of man dates, Peter meets Sydney. As the two men grow closer, Peter's relationship becomes strained with his fiancée, forcing him to choose between her and his new bro. Also hitting theaters is the crime thriller Duplicity. The film stars Clive Owen and Julia Roberts as government intelligence agents caught up in a highly profitable Cold War. With the formula for the next big money-making product up for grabs, two corporations will stop at nothing to cash in. But as the stakes raise and the tactics get dirtier, Claire and Ray, played by Roberts and Owen, find themselves falling in love with one another. You can also go see the sci-fi flick Knowing. When a mysterious cryptic message lands in the heads of Professor Don Klussler, played by Nicolas Cage, he makes a startling discovery. The message has accurately predicted the dates, death tolls, and coordinates of every major disaster of the past 50 years. However, the message tells of another global-scale catastrophe. With time running out, it's up to John to save the day and face the ultimate disaster. Also opening in select theaters are The Great Howard Buck, Hearts and Minds, and Super Capers. In other news, the wait is finally over for Twilight fans. The most anticipated DVD release of 2009 arrives Saturday, March 21st. Fans can expect much more than just the original Twilight film on this DVD. The two-disc special edition includes never-before-seen deleted scenes, music videos from Linkin Park and Paramore, and best of all, audio commentary with Robert Pattinson. If you're a female under the age of 17, this is a must-have item. Well, that's all for your latest look at movie news. We'll now kick it over to Josh with what's happening in music.
Thanks, Andrew. Coming up, a look at which big artists in rock and hip-hop are hitting the road together, plus what albums are hitting the shelves this week. That and more music news. Stay tuned. You're watching The Rundown. Welcome back to The Rundown. I'm Josh Johnson with your latest in music news. The Boast of Best Worlds are joining forces this spring. Fall Out Boy and 50 Cent will join each other for 5 dates of the band's Believers Never Die Part 2 tour. The tour will kick off on April 3rd in Phoenix. 50's first stop on the tour will be in Dallas on April 14th. Additional cities where 50 will be joining the guys will be announced on the band's website, friendsorenemies.com. Cobra Starship, Metro Station, All Time Low, and Hey Monday will also be joining Fall Out Boy on the tour. Country-turned singer Jessica Simpson has tripped up quite a few times on stage. Her recent stop in Irvine, California with Rascal Flatts was no exception. According to Us Weekly, Simpson messed up the lyrics to a song she sang days prior about abusive relationships called Remember That. Not only did Simpson mess up the lines, but the singer also chopped up her song Still Don't Stop Me. Come on, Jessica, what's going on? However, the crowd still loved her, and I guess she lucked up this time, right? We'll now switch it over and look at which albums are slated to top the charts this week. The girl who began the American Idol craze, Kelly Clarkson, returns with her third studio album, All I Ever Wanted. A number of TV appearances are sure to put Clarkson's album at #1 this week on the Billboard Top 200. Def Jam recording artist The Dream also lands in the top 10 this week with his sophomore release, Love vs. Money. His second single, My Love, featuring Mariah Carey, is currently making its way into the airwaves. According to HitsDailyDouble.com, this week will be the first time since 2008 where 3 albums will hold 6-figure sales numbers. Let's switch it over and take a look at which albums are hitting the shelves this week. Gorilla Zoe is back with his sophomore release, Don't Feed the Animals. Metal band Static X releases their 6th studio album entitled Cult of Static. The album's first single, Stingray, was released and made available on the band's website a few weeks ago. Irish pop rock band The Script makes their debut with their self-titled album. Their song Before the Worst was available as a free download on iTunes in late 2008. Their current U.S. single is The Man Who Can't Be Moved. Also out this week is the deluxe edition of the Twilight soundtrack. As always, there's some great live entertainment right here in the Red Stick and in surrounding areas. You can check out One Once tonight at the Catering. The Baton Rouge Symphony Orchestra performs Thursday night at the Baton Rouge River Center. The performance begins at 7:30 p.m. Also, the Chiwis hit the stage Friday night at the Varsity Theater. Doors open at 8 p.m. And Rocco DeLuca and the Burden and Honey Honey at the New Orleans House of Blues Saturday. That's all for your look at the latest music news. Rachel's up next with Fashion and Gadgets.
Thanks, Josh. Coming up, a look at one Baywatch babe that will hit the runway at Paris Fashion Week, and also a robot that might just take over the fashion industry. All that and more, you're watching The Rundown.